Hey people, welcome to the channel, and a little bit of a different topic here because it's UFC 317. It's Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. Super exciting, man. Maybe one of the best, well, not maybe, the best fight of the year. Yeah, I think so. And it's an interesting matchup because favorite, obviously, Topuria, undefeated, knockout after knockout, and he's just ripping opponents. But I think there's a couple confusions here, and that's why I want to do the video. First of all, my prediction, for whatever it's worth, is, yeah, it's obviously the favorite. So I have Topuria winning. Does that mean that Charles Oliveira has no chance? Of course not. That's ridiculous. It's a fight. A number of things could happen. And you're talking about the guy that has the most submissions in UFC history. You're talking about a guy that if you make a tiny little mistake, he puts a choke on you and he beats you. It could be a number of ways that this could go down. Now, in theory, if you look at it from an objective perspective here, Charles Oliveira hasn't got a great defense. Topuria is super accurate and very powerful. It's expected a knockout. Does that mean that Charles Oliveira cannot just land a flying damn knee or a kick to the head or something and just knock the guy out, or maybe just land very hard and just go for a choke and win the fight? Yes, of course it could easily happen. It could very well happen. Maybe not the most likely outcome. Again, my personal opinion, most likely outcome is Topuria winning this, maybe by knockout in the first couple rounds, which is what a lot of people say, and I have to agree with that. The other thing that I'm surprised is, oh, he's tiny, yo. It's not a height class. It's a weight class. There's a reason why there's no height classes and there's weight classes, because you can be taller, you can be shorter. The thing that matters is your weight. If you're in the same weight class, you're in the same weight class. If you dehydrate more and you have a bigger frame, and once you rehydrate, you're a little bit heavier, sure, could be an event. Yeah, sure. But I think people that say these things have no fucking clue. It's not about, in all combat sports. If you look for Mike Tyson, does that even ring a bell to anyone? Well, Mike Tyson used to be a very well-known heavyweight boxer. The guy was always the shortest guy in the ring. He was also the most feared guy in the ring because, and Topuria has this thing where he goes like, not only is he short, as you see here, you see he has a 3-inch advantage. This is pretty accurate here. So Charles Oliveira has a 3-inch advantage in terms of height. Sure, if you keep him at a range with your jab and you're a better boxer and you're more accurate than him and you have better reflexes and you're faster, none of those things is true. Charles Oliveira is super exposed. He's likely to get knocked the fuck out. It could well not be the case, but you have to go with these percentages. I would say 60% chance, 65% chance Ilya wins by knockout. Yeah, that's my perspective. But that leaves the other guy easily 20, 30, 40% chance of actually winning himself. You just have to wait and see, and that's why these things are so exciting. It's not. You also have to take into account the age difference. Oliveira is just in 35. 35 is when you start going like, I mean, you reached the moment in which it's downhill from there. I mean, Volkanovski has won, but not against this guy. This guy would have probably beaten him again even easier because you already have a read on the guy. You already know what you're going to deal with, and you already beat him. You're going to beat him again. You have everything in your favor. He has nothing in his favor, so that's how it would go. But against an inferior fighter, even though younger, sure, you can very well beat the guy. But Topuria, not only is he shorter, he uses that height disadvantage to an advantage. He gets very tiny, he gets very small, and he rips to the body, and he goes with those overhand rights back to the body, and it works beautifully well for him. He's not, Charles Oliveira is going to try to stand tall, straight, and Topuria is going to do the opposite. Not only is he shorter, he's going to go even shorter and more compact and smaller, and as Volkanovski said himself, there's not a whole lot to hit. When he's with his guard very nice, tight, high, and he's throwing the punches, and there's a little UFC clip there where he's with his son, and he's telling his son, keep your other hand up. Those are the little things that he obviously mastered, and he's very good at it. There's not a whole lot to hit. You may catch him, you may just nail him with a kick, with a knee, with an elbow, with a something, but not likely to happen. Anyway, it's going to be super exciting, guys. I'm looking super forward to this thing, and I hope you do too. See you next time. Take care. Have a good day.